Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to make the okonomiyaki from my latest edition of Eat It, Buy Hot for Food. These are easiest recipes ever, and this is a Japanese savory pancake. We're going to be making it with just egg. You all voted on my Instagram stories, close friends list, which recipe I should make from this issue, and unanimously, beyond all other numbers, the okonomiyaki was the winner. So it's actually a very easy recipe, hence easiest recipes ever, and using just egg is how it's done. Typically, this batter is normally made with wheat flour and eggs, but I find with the realisticness of the just egg being like real eggs, I don't really think we need the wheat flour personally, so I've just foregone that and we aren't using it. I think it's just as nice with the just egg, and then the vegetables, we put carrot, green onion, and cabbage in there, and then it's all about the sauce and the toppings. So we'll get to that a little bit later, but look how delicious it is. This recipe is so fun. If you've never made okonomiyaki before, you're gonna love this. We're gonna prep the vegetables first. So basically you just need some green onions, 3 of them. You need a carrot. You need a julienne peeler, ideally, because these julienne peelers I use often. They just make nice, thin julienne strips of vegetables. Carrots are my favorite. Look how easy this is. It's just like a peeler, but it's got ridges on it. These are very inexpensive. Mine was a cheap one, and it works really, really well. So definitely invest in one of these. Having the julienne carrots in something like this just makes it more palatable, right? They're not big chunks. They're nice little ribbons of carrot. So you're gonna julienne 1 carrot. You can go right down to the nub. They don't all have to be the same size ribbons. If you don't have this, you can use a regular peeler and do carrot ribbons that are thin. That will work as well. Or you can chop your carrot like this, but that will just take a little bit longer, therefore making this not as easy. Now your green onions, save some for garnish, so chop off the green bits just like this. That'll go on top of your pancakes. But then I like bigger chunks in the actual okonomiyaki, so I slice them into sort of like 2-inch pieces. And then these thicker bits I just slice into smaller thin strips. Some of these you can cut in half as well. Anyway, these don't have to all be perfect, but you get nice thin strips of onion as well. It's more the white parts and the light green parts that you need to cut to be thinner. Now your cabbage, you're using Napa cabbage, so you can just use a sharp knife to slice it thin. And you need 3 cups. This of course wilts a lot, so it looks like a lot, but you'll split all these veggies in half. You're gonna cook 2 okonomiyaki, but in 2 separate batches, so just 1 at a time in the pan. So here's all of your prepped veg. So we're using a bottle of just egg. This is not sponsored, although I wish it were. This is my favorite product ever. It's so good. Just egg is made with mung beans. If you haven't found it where you are, check your local Walmart. They actually sell it in Walmarts. Lots of the regular grocery stores, big box stores, I've seen it in. Target sells it as well. Whole Foods, of course, or any natural food market, but you can definitely find it at a regular grocery store. So you take the whole bottle and you pour it in a liquid measuring cup. We want to add some flavoring here, so I'm using vegan Worcestershire. If you can't get vegan Worcestershire and you're not vegan, you can use regular Worcestershire, but it does have anchovies in it. If you can't find this, get vegan oyster sauce, vegan mushroom flavored sauce. These are sort of like vegan fish sauces. You can use that too. You just want something that's a little thicker and umami-ish. Then we're adding soy sauce. If you want this to be gluten-free, just use gluten-free tamari. You can use coconut aminos, liquid Bragg's, rice vinegar, and a little bit of sea salt. I find the just egg is not overly salty or seasoned. It's supposed to be like egg, so it's very neutral. When I say it's supposed to be like egg, it is literally egg. It is just egg. It's like vegan egg. There's no compromise here other than you don't get all the cholesterol and all the gross animal ingredients. So I am in favor of this, high in protein because it's mung bean protein, and just whisk that together. That's it, we're ready to go to the stove. Now there is a trick with just egg. What you do need is a really good non-stick pan. I find the kind of green Teflon free pans. I have a Caraway, there's lots of other brands as well. I bought it specifically so I could make just egg very easily. I have done it in a cast iron pan. I've made this recipe in a cast iron pan, and it does work if you kind of know what you're doing. Your cast iron is well all taken care of and seasoned, it will work. But just to make sure, you know, nothing goes wrong in this video, I'm using the non-stick, and because that's what I recommend you use as well. You also want to cook it low and slow. So you don't want to have the heat up too high because that makes it burn faster or cook faster and then it sticks. You need a little bit of oil in your non-stick pan still, which we're going to use to cook the vegetables first. And then you just need to have it on low heat. We're going to use a lid that also helps it steam, and you'll see it is easy, but these are just sort of the little tricks that I don't believe they tell you about, like on their website, of how to cook it. And this has been reformulated since it actually came out, and I find this newer version actually sticks even more if you're cooking it incorrectly. So these are just some hot tips for how to cook just egg. So you'll heat up the pan over medium heat and add some oil. And you can throw half of the onions in, half of the carrot, and half of the cabbage. And then you'll cook all of this until it's just wilted for about 2 to 3 minutes. So once the veg are cooked, spread it out evenly into the pan like this. Lower the heat to medium low, and then you're gonna pour half the liquid egg mixture on top evenly like this. And now you're gonna place a lid on top, and you're gonna let that cook until it's completely set on top. After about 4 or 5 minutes, just check it. You'll see it's starting to set, but depending on how thick yours is, your heat level and all of that, it may still be liquidy on top, so you do not wanna start flipping this yet. But you can start checking the edges by just lifting it slightly. And yeah, you want it to be fairly dark brown underneath. So mine is definitely not ready. But it does help to take your spatula and start lifting it around the sides. You can see how easily that's coming up. So it's getting close. But you do not want any liquid on the top. So now you can see the top is bubbling. It's pretty much set on top. And the bottom is a great color. So now we're gonna flip this. It should lift up easily like this and slide around the pan. Now you do wanna use a spatula here. Ready? You can cook the other side 1 to 2 minutes to get it brown, but you don't need a lid on top. So once your other side is cooked and browned, you're gonna flip it out onto a plate. And now we'll get to the sauce and toppings. Here are the toppings. You've got pickled sushi ginger, chopped green onions, black and white sesame seeds, and chopped nori seaweed snacks. You're gonna drizzle the top with some hoisin sauce. Then you can top it with green onion. I like to put the ginger in the center like this. Then I'm going mayonnaise in the opposite direction. Nice sound. Well, try to get it nice. Doesn't always work. It never works when I want it to work. Okay, then sesame seeds. And then you can put the seaweed all over or in the center, whatever you like. So basically this is gonna taste like a sushi pancake or a sushi omelet. Very delicious. You can serve it like this, or you can chop it up into squares, or you can chop it up into triangles. Here's the other one that I made. I just did it on the cutting board, so I'll cut it up so you can see, you know, how to serve it. And we'll do it in wedges, I guess. In the end, of course, it doesn't matter how you cut it. Tastes the same. And let's go in for a bite, shall we? I don't know why I'm so bad with these chopsticks all of a sudden. So there's all our little pieces. The just egg makes this so good. And adding the flavorings to it, the soy sauce, the Worcestershire, and the rice vinegar, like over the top. So you're probably wondering, what is this? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack? It's all of those things. It's whatever you want it to be. This would be amazing served with sticky sushi rice. Eat it just by itself like this. It would be good over fried rice. It would also be good if you've seen on my Instagram how obsessed I am with those scallion pancakes from Trader Joe's. Make a scallion pancake, put that underneath, and then cut it into wedges and eat it together. That would be epic. So, so good. One of the easiest recipes ever. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And if you make this okonomiyaki, share it on social. We got to show all those non-members what they're missing. I'm gonna keep eating this. All right, I've resorted to eating with my hands. That's my sign to leave. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. I really appreciate it. I will try to get better at posting on the IG close friends list, more behind the scenes. It's just been so hard with the baby, who is in the other room, by the way, with Michael. All right, see y'all soon. Bye.